Let us start with polymorphism. Today we are going to see operator overloading, one form of polymorphism. So what is meaning of operator overloading is there are some operators in C++ which are mean for certain things. For example, a plus operator to add two numbers we use normally. But we can overload the meaning of those operators by using those operators for other things. Okay, so the process of making an operator to exhibit different behaviors in different instances is known as operator overloading. Okay, so when I'm passing, say, some other, say, parameters which are not numbers, then it will perform something else. That is process of making an operator to exhibit different behavior in different instances. But how we can achieve it? Let us see one diagram. Now here you can see plus is an operator which is normally used to add two numbers like 5 plus 9. But if I am using it for string, it can be used for concatenation of strings. If I am using for some diagram, it will use to bind the two shapes in a single shape. Or if I am using it for any image, it is used to attach one image to other image. So this is called as a polymorphism, and a specific term operator overloading we are going to see. Now let us go to the program, the actual program. So this is a program which demonstrates how operator overloading works. So let us see this in detail. So the statement of the program is a program to illustrate operator overloading. Now here in this program, we will be using complex numbers. That's why I've started with class complex, and as we all know, these complex numbers are having two parts, real part and imaginary part. So in private section, I have declared two variables, real and imaginary. Okay, in public section, there is a constructor which takes a real part and imaginary part and assign values which are given to the these R and I to the actual real and imaginary variables which are private to it. Okay, next we have this line. This line is a say operator overloading. Actual operator overloading is done on this line. So this complex is a return type of that function operator plus we are overloading it. Okay, this is the name of a function which is highlighted right now. Then to this function we are passing one parameter which is nothing but a complex number. Now this class is a complex class, so we will be passing an object of that type. Okay, the return type is also one object, so we will be passing complex number to it and it will be returning a result of it, and along with this plus operator we will be passing one more complex number, and by this as a parameter another complex number. So these two complex numbers will be added and returned by the function. Now let us see what is written inside. Here we have declared object of complex, that is result. Now this result is a variable which has two parts, real and imaginary. So result dot real will be what? A real plus whatever object which is passed to this function dot real. Now why here this way is written, why only real is written here, and why here obj dot real is written, that I am going to explain further. Okay, again for similarly for imaginary part, result dot imaginary part equal to imaginary part plus object dot imaginary part. So here we are adding two complex number and returning that result. So that's why return type is complex. Now let us see what is a print function says. Here the print function just displays the real and imaginary parts along with this I. Imaginary part is having I along with it. Okay. Now let us see main function. In main function I am declaring object of complex class. So there are two objects C1 and C2. Now C1 object is created with two parameters 11 and 4. That means 11 is a real part and 4 is a imaginary part. C2 object is created with two values 3 comma 3. 3 is a real part and other 3 is an imaginary part. Now when I am declaring this object, this constructor will be called, which is here in public section, and it will assign value real variable, the value, the first value which we have passed. In this C1 case it is 11, and it will assign imaginary part the value 4, which is 4 in this case C1. Now the next line is complex C3 equal to C1 plus C2. Now this is the way of overloading the operator plus. So when this statement is written, our operator plus function will be called this function. Okay, so how this C2 is a number, a complex number we are passing to this operator plus. And this C1 will be passed along with this plus. So C1 here is representing this real and imaginary. This real and imaginary, and C2 is representing here object dot real and object dot imaginary. So C1 itself is passed along with this plus operator. So C1 plus is this operator plus function. Now this C3 is nothing but where the result values are copied. Now I am calling C3 dot print. So it will display whatever addition is performed. So what we are doing is, main thing is this, writing this function. So this is automatically called when plus is used between two complex numbers. So if I am using a plus operator with normal numbers, then this function will not be called. This function will be called only if I am calling writing this plus sign in between two complex numbers. Remember this. So this is how to overload the operator plus. Now this line is an example of calling the operator plus with complex numbers. Okay, so this line allows us to overload that operator. This line overloads whatever meaning of that plus is. Okay, but what if I'm not using complex number, I'm using normal integer number? It will perform simple addition. Okay, this is how it is done. Now let us see, if I run this, how it will work. It's generating the output. Now see here, we have C1 real part as 11 and C2 real part is 3. That's why the result real part is 14. Then we have imaginary part of C1 as 4 and imaginary part of C2 is 3. So 4 plus 3 is 7, and along with this I is printed as per this print function. So this is how a complex number addition can be performed by overloading the operator plus. The key part here that you should remember is, we are changing the meaning of plus operator. We are overloading the meaning of plus operator. Similarly, you can overload the other operators which are present in C++, such as star or redirection operators. Okay, I hope you have understood this, and you can try the same program with the complex number for multiplication also. So this is for addition plus sign. You can overload star sign also.